there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expeditions. In this video, we're going to be catching up with the Linea Airdrop. Assuming you just want to start out with it, how do you do so passively with ease? That's the scope for this discussion. It's introductory in nature. I'll be giving you a gist of how to get started. Then there will be subsequent videos covering the subject. The reason that this is of relevance is because there's only two more phases left before according to Linea, decentralization will take place, meaning the inception of a token and a probable airdrop. It's growing in likelihood more than before, and there are a total of 6 epochs or so. Currently, just starting is the 5th epoch, meaning that there is one more before a token is instituted. We'll recount information about that on a recent tweet, but before then, to get started, you need to activate your wallet. That's the most important thing. Our focus is using your idle funds, simply moving it over to the Linea chain and earning LXP-L. It's a token given to those who transition liquidity over to Linea, and I believe there's tangibility to doing so. Okay, but if you don't activate your wallet, you will not be able to earn it however much funds you move to the Linea chain, however much DeFi based interaction you are having on Linea. So make sure to activate your wallet. It needs an activation code, and that's where to get started for a start. So in the description, I'll be putting an activation code there that you can use to get started. This is not my main PC, so switch to the Linea network. So I may not be able to. So here it says DApp needs to connect, sign. So this is the most important step if you are interested in moving liquidity over to Linea for the sake of the airdrop. Okay, so you see here, activate your address here to start collecting LXP-L with the liquidity provided by this wallet on Linea protocols that are part of the Surge program. You have to obtain and type here a referral code and click activate button. So it's mostly for activation. A code you can use will be in the description. So I'm copying it from my other PC, ZS9BRCKV. Okay, so you activate it. And then if you decide to, you can also use this if you so desire, the one on display. But now it says your address is active, is already eligible to collect LXP-L since today. Okay. Now, after this, you will need to move liquidity over to the Linea chain. I'll be featuring a bridge in the description that has an airdrop when you use it as well. Bridge your funds over to Linea using that bridge. The name of the bridge is called Auto Finance. I feature it because it has an airdrop. Okay, so now we're talking of liquidity. According to me, where possible, I don't know if there's a minimum. I don't know if there's a minimum at the moment. Of speaking of liquidity that you can make use of. Okay, but for context, let's quickly look at their Twitter. There was a recent tweet. I'll also tell you the DApp I've been using for my liquidity provision so far. I've not been very active when it comes to using a wide range of applications. I've only used one for the most part, and I'm doing that strategically because that has an airdrop as well that may be tangible. So I'm using Mitosis. This also needs an invite during the onboarding process. All the information will be in the description. So this is where I'm providing my LP or my liquidity. Now, there will be other videos where I'll feature a variety of applications, DeFi based applications on Linea, but for now this is a good start. So this is an LRT with its own chain, and it's still very early on. So when depositing funds, however, I choose Linea. It also has a multiplier of 1.2x when you choose Linea. Now, there's only one currency obtainable that you can stake here via Linea, which you will need to get on another platform called EtherFi. Okay, so let's simplify matters. I'll leave the information about the steps about how to go about this in the description. But on EtherFi, you will basically liquid stake ETH, then wrap it. Now, this is on the Linea chain, meaning that you're interacting with two applications. Then you bring your wrapped ETH here, and you restake it here to get MIWE ETH. Now, doing so, you've interacted with EtherFi. You'll be getting the engine layer points as obtainable. You'll be getting mitosis points, and also position yourself for the Linea Airdrop as well by earning LXP-L. It's best that I put the steps in the description for this. I think that I already have a publication as well on Airdrop C about it. I will iterate that with additional information. But of utmost relevance is activating your account. Of course, there are other applications you can use that are simpler to use. So I think, wow, I've not added a resource for Linea just yet. But this should help. Although the video is not, okay, there is a video displaying. Okay, so this covers the Linea aspect. It also gives you the bridge to use and the invite code to activate your Linea account. Then staking ETH on EtherFi. This is the link to EtherFi. And redepositing it on mitosis. Okay, so I'll leave this information in the description, not to, considering I cannot show the steps in the course of this video. Now, let me get the link for EtherFi here. Okay, so let me see if I can show you. So etherfi.fi. Okay, I'm already connected here. So in the course of staking ETH here, so this should be your starting point. Doing this, you will interact with two applications and position yourself for multiple airdrops. Okay, so I'll choose Linea here. Assuming I've already bridged funds over from other chains to the Linea chain. Now for the bridge, you can use this because this bridge also has an airdrop, so it's called Auto Finance. So if you have your funds on whichever chain, you bridge it over to Linea using Auto Finance. Okay, so once the funds arrive on Linea, which is ETH, you go to, now this is one strategy. It's not all the strategies that exists, but it's a good start. So you come here, you stake your ETH here, and when you stake it, considering it's liquid staking, you will get this wrapped ETH. Now when you get wrapped ETH, remember your ETH will remain intact. Wrapped ETH is pegged to the price of ETH, so it's practically ETH, but it's a liquid staking variant which allows you to maximize its potential by restaking it on other DeFi protocols like mitosis. So when you get wrapped ETH, mind you, in staking your ETH is just two transactions. The first one is an approval, the next one is a staking transaction. You'll get wrapped ETH on the Linea chain. When you come to mitosis next and you select Linea, your balance will populate here. Then you can deposit this here, see, in a similar fashion, and you get MIWE ETH. This is the mitosis variant. And then you start earning points on the dashboard here. And you have a tier on mitosis. You start earning points on EtherFi, some engine layer points, and LXP from Linea, positioning yourself for multiple airdrops. Now, of course, there are other strategies which I'll cover in other videos, but this is a good start. Now, speaking of timeline, here is a tweet about that. Wow, this is interesting. Mind you, Linea is a chain by the creators of MetaMask. So wow, so many posts already. So this could be another application that you can interact with on Linea, but I'll be covering it in other videos. Okay, so it's called Surge Volt 5, has officially started. Now, I prefer this methodology to getting the airdrop, considering it's passive, you know, compared to completing task after task, which is tiresome and hard to track. So this is the information I was talking about earlier about season 5 or surge 5 being the second to the last surge. Okay, there will be 6 volts. So surge lasts for 6 volts or up to $3 billion of TVL on Linea. So it can come before, it's possible it ends in the 5th volt if the a $3 billion TVL is reached, with more LXP-L flowing to the earliest volt. So those who participated in the earliest volt earn more compared to those who are just starting out now. Okay, now okay, let's click here. Hopefully, okay, so this is not clickable. I basically wanted to look at the ecosystem to give you a gist of some other applications, or where you can find other applications to interact with. So these are some of them. Eligible protocols. LogX. So you see mitosis here. I didn't check this. I would expect EtherFi to be eligible, but there's no way if you are dealing with mitosis, you have to go through EtherFi, because that's the only token liquid LST ETH that they accept. So mitosis is eligible, but you have to go through EtherFi. Okay. So PancakeSwap DEX, that's interesting. So this will be my resource for subsequent videos when looking for an outlet where you can deposit your funds onto. Let's look here. Wow, I will do another video with more information. This is a handy source of information because they're also eligible assets when dealing with this. So you see the mitosis WE ETH is an eligible asset. So not all assets are eligible in actuality. This is very informational. So this is a good guide. If you are dealing with stable coins, you can, DAI is eligible, ETH is also eligible, USDC, USDT. Okay, so interesting stuff. I'll do another video with more information And here you can look at LXP earned. This table contains the first 10,000 addresses by ranking. Now, if you want to get a gist into the size of their liquidity and all that to see if you have a chance, this may help you. Okay, so all you need is check, for example, the top ranked wallet, check his account to see, how much assets he has deployed on the Linea chain to give you a gist, or you just search your wallet to see your stance here. This is interesting stuff. I'll be ending this video now. If you have questions, ask me on Airdrop C using the avenue shown at the bottom here. Subscribe to Airdrop reminders. Contact me also using the socials here. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials. Stay awesome. Take action.